Hi, my name's Lindsay and I work for the Scottish Wildlife Trust down at the Falls of Clyde in New Lanark, and today I'm here to show you a little bit more about trees. Trees are fascinating. They're found everywhere in the world apart from Antarctica, and they're one of the oldest and the largest living organisms in the world. Most people know trees are important, but many don't know why or haven't given it much thought. When we look at trees, we really build up an idea of how important they are to us. Trees act as windbreaks, flood defence, water filters, noise reducers. They of course provide wood, paper, furniture, shelter for us all. We've even used woods over the years for dyes and medicines. We've got aspirin from willow, for instance. And of course, we can't forget trees as a habitat. From fungi to holes for woodpeckers, insects, blossoms for bees, nests for birds. Even the root system can offer shelter. Lichens too. But much more than its uses, trees give us clean, fresh air. It all starts at the roots, where they absorb the water and minerals. The root system can be about 4 times the size of the crown. A tree like this might soak up about 2 bathtubs worth of water in a day. The leaves make food for the tree through a process known as photosynthesis. The green chlorophyll in the leaves absorbs the sunlight, and that, along with carbon dioxide, makes sugar for energy and throws out oxygen into the atmosphere. It's all very clever. The food is passed down the trunk. Here you can see a close-up of a trunk. It shows you the protective outer layer, the sapwood or the xylem that takes the water all the way up to the leaves, a layer of growth to allow the tree to get thicker, and the phloem that takes the energy down back into the roots. And of course you've got that strong heartwood to give it structure in the middle. I'm often asked, if leaves are so important, why do they fall off in winter? Well, there's different types of leaves. Look at these broadleaves here. We've got the cherry, the oak, and the lime here. They all have a large surface area, which is ideal to get as much carbon dioxide in and to take in as much light. They're also full of water, and that's a problem in winter. So the tree really needs to get rid of these leaves to protect itself. Takes in all the water, takes in any nutrients, and it absorbs that green chlorophyll as well. That's why we end up getting the kind of yellow tones and the red tones coming through after the green's gone. Conifers and evergreens are different. So this Scots pine here has a completely different leaf. The first thing you notice is a very small surface area, and that's to stop any water being lost. They also can have a very waxy coating, which stops water loss as well. This makes them perfectly adapted for the northern environment and the colder winter conditions. Look at this yew as well. The interesting thing about this, it takes it to a whole new level. There's antifreeze in its needles, and it can withstand temperatures of minus 35 degrees Celsius. Trees are truly adaptable. And what's more, there are lungs of life. One tree can absorb as much as 48 pounds of carbon dioxide every year. But it's not just the clean air. Think about the last time you were in the woodland and how that made you feel. For me, it's all about putting things into perspective. Being surrounded in these giants makes me feel good. It's a time for me to relax, exercise, play. To be totally connected to nature, take in the smells, the sights and the sounds. It's really my escape from the busy world. And it's a great way to learn new things too. So you're never really too far away from a tree. whether it's a woodland or a single tree in your garden. So the Clyde and Avon Valleys are my local patch. I can't wait to show you them. Come on. It's a mixed woodland, but much of it is ancient woodland. The remnants are still there due to the steep edges next to the gorge. I've noticed in nature you need to be a little bit of a detective, paying close attention to the small things around you and looking at the detail. It's all about piecing together the evidence. There's loads of good field guides to help you identify trees, but first you need to familiarise yourself with the habitat and the location. Think about the types of trees you normally find in that area, then you can piece together a list of likely subjects, if you like. Then we can really start looking at the other evidence. Think about the heights of the tree, the shape of the crown, texture of the bark, shapes of the leaves, or maybe just other things you find lying around that can help you identify, like seeds, flowers, pine cones, berries. All this can be pieced together to help you identify your tree. One thing to bear in mind is season. There's absolutely no point looking for acorns and chestnuts in the summertime. You're only going to find them in autumn and winter.